It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's all up next.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Pittsburgh Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. Cordero Patterson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Leading them out, a man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson finds a new home in Pittsburgh, and I think he finds the exact right fit for his skill set. A team in the Steel City that loves to run the ball, play great defense. That sound familiar? That's what he did for the Seahawks for well over a decade. He's looking to rejuvenate his career after a couple tough seasons in Denver, and this might just be the right fit.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Wilson airing it out to start. Finds his man. It's Van Jefferson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still second down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Russ now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
I think it's fair to say, Kate, the only thing that has slowed down Joe Burrow in his NFL career is that injury bug. Just like in his rookie year, major injury to that wrist a season ago got in his way. This guy is so smooth, so calm, so poised. He didn't let the injury in his rookie year affect him. Remember the next year they went to the Super Bowl? And those Bengals are sure hoping for a repeat this time around.
Brought in right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Running back sent in motion. First down, Burrow to throw. Higgins makes the catch. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To throw again, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. It's a design boot. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Burrow out of the shotgun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Man in motion out of the slot. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's Brown again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Burrow from the gun. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to...
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Now, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this third down.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Warren quick on the draw. And he'll have a big gain for them, up to around the 28. He rips off 8 yards, and that's going to close out our first quarter. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. and it'll be Bengals football. They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw, Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 36. That's Gesicki, he's got it! And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Burrow setting up the play action. Looking right, and he finds him. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Still sticking with the passing game. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Wilson now from the gun. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Harris gets it on the counter. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. They brought to an end by Logan Wilson. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Wilson escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And defenders are there to get him at the line. B.J. Hill, the one to bring him down.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Throwing on third, Wilson. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. One touchdown and one interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Burrow to the air now. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Steelers will take over possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll start with a give to Harris. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Warren here from the gun. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Steelers in possession. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, Offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're up against it here on fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two and third downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So 2nd down coming up.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
They'll bring out the punter here. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Searches from the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just caught.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Wilson out of the pistol. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Russ. That throw finds Pickens. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, here's Russ. Completed over the middle. Running in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. He completes it in traffic. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First down, Burrow to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers are finally stopped on the return. And they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Going to Harris to start the half. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers grab the lead on their first series of the half. George Pickens the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
To the air, 3rd and long. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Starts his return from the 23. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Russ is going to cook here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Caught by Freiermuth. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First and 10, give to Harris. Gets to space right side. And he's finally brought down at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Working inside the red zone. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. Another try following the sack. He brings it in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Third and goal, Wilson. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Dicker connects there, and that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Burrow from the gun. Misfire there, couldn't connect. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And it sets up second down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Play action now, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Burrow to the air now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They give to Harris from the gun. He breaks a tackle. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Wilson with it on first. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delayed game.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Russ now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Harris. Oh, he drops a cut, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Najee Harris, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second-effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Wilson's throwing for it. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down, touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds Chase on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Burrow setting up the play action. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. This one taken in by Chase. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A handoff for Harris, running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Ross off the play fake. This ball's cut by Pickens. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
1st and 10 from the 41. Going right side, Harris with it. Along the perimeter he goes, crossing the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back To the line they go. It's second down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Steelers nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. All right, here we go. Second down. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. Harris once more. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here's Harris. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over until it's over.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. To throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Here he is to throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to throw it. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Now to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running behind center with Harris. Good running here. He's across the 15. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And, partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.